What is up, guys? Thank you for checking out another Guido Stackin video. I really appreciate that. So at the shop, we get calls daily about the same coins, and there's a very big misconception with a lot of these coins. So hopefully this video is going to help somebody doing a little research to see if their coins are actually worth some money, and basically just save you a lot of disappointment and time, most of all. So there's a lot of misinformation on the internet, and that's what's fueling all these people thinking that they have struck it rich with these very, very, very common coins. And I'm going to show you a couple of them in case you're one of those people that may have stumbled upon a coin that you think is very valuable. Now, we get at least 3 to 4 calls a day about these coins. The Susan B. Anthony's, the Sacagaweas, steel pennies, Kennedy halves that are not silver, and, believe it or not, the 1943 copper penny, which we'll go over at the very end of the video. So I'm going to show you a couple, and probably throw in a couple extras along the way that are not worth anything more than face value. And on the screen, I have already looked on eBay. So eBay is one of the main contributors to why these people think they've struck it rich with these coins. And I'm going to show you right now. I have it listed at the lowest first, and this is really pretty much what these Susan B. Anthony should go for, if anything. But look what we have here, guys. We have a 1979 MS62 better date. 1979 is probably the most common date for the Susan B. Anthony dollar. $23,000. And the thing that's crazy, guys, there's 34 people watching this coin. Insane. Just to put it into perspective, if somebody comes into the shop with hundreds of Susan B. Anthony dollar coins, wide rim, slim rim, proof, whatever, we don't buy them. We don't buy them. And if we do, we buy them for $1 and we give them away as change. This is a coin shop, guys, I'm talking about. So if there was a coin that could potentially be worth $23,000, do you really think we'd be slamming these coins into our cash register and giving them away as change? Absolutely not. We would go through every single Susan B. Anthony that comes to the shop and look for that $23,000 coin. So there you go. You're doing some research. You look at your very common 1979 Susan B. Anthony, and you think you got a $23,000 coin. So I'm going to click this. And another thing I want to note is that it says it's ICG MS62, which I don't even see this in a slab. It looks raw. And they're claiming it's an MS62 Susan B. It's not even really graded. It's not even graded. It's not even in a slab. So there you go. Now we got another one here. Someone took a screenshot, it seems, of a Susan B. Anthony and put it up on eBay at $12,000. And this person has 97.4%, 242 feedback score on eBay. That's just crazy to me. $5,000. Look at this. Ultra rare. 1979. Look how many 1979s we're going through here. Look, another one here. Another 1979p. Why is this one only worth $2,500? The other one's worth $23,000. So guys, there is no Susan B. Anthony that is worth a lot of money. None. None. Even if it's uncirculated, even if it's proof, it's just not. Coin shops, most of them won't even buy them. So eBay is one of the contributors, and then Etsy is by far the other. And as you can see here, we have another 1979. This is a D for $45,000. We got another 1979 rare Susan B. Anthony. We just saw like 12 of them on eBay. We got a bunch right here. Look, $3, 1979. Why is this one $3? And this is a P, like the one on eBay that's going for $23,000. That's my point, guys. But here you go, $15,000, $12,000, $43,000, $15,000, $9,000. It is insanity. And this causes all kinds of confusion. And we get calls all the time. And it's because of eBay. And it's because of Etsy. These people are trying to take advantage of someone that does not know what they're doing. Which I don't know how anyone would front that much money without doing their research. Like really do some heavy research. I just don't get it. So another thing that these people could be doing is listing them very expensive here on Etsy and then listing them still at an outrageous price on eBay, but basically just tricking people. You know, they see the same coin on Etsy for $15,000 and then all of a sudden they go on eBay and it's only $1,000. So they think it's a good buy. It's pretty crazy. So Susan B. Anthony's are one of those coins that are just worth face value. If you have any of these, they're just $1. And then the other ones, Sacagawea dollars. Once again, there is no Sacagawea dollars that are worth money. Once again, we buy them and we put them in our cash drawer. We don't even bother looking. Even this one, 2007 S, proof PR69. It's not even a perfect one. This is a modern coin. There should be 70s out there. And it's just, it's insanity, guys. And we get people that call us and they make us sound like we're crazy, you know, when we tell them it's only worth $1. That's it. So there's one thing of a coin being rare. So for this right here, so I don't know what this is exactly. $12,000 is the highest amount for this Sacagawea on eBay. Even if this is a special set, special grade, who knows what, I mean, what those are graded. We could click in and look. Even if this were true, that they actually were $12,000, nobody is going to buy a Sacagawea dollar for $12,000. It's too modern. It's too new. And it came from a Cheerios box at that. So, oh man, it's just insane that these people actually, and I feel bad, you know, we get people that call us and they're so excited that they found this coin, and it really does, you know, you feel bad telling them it's pretty much just face on that coin, face value. So here we go again. We're going to go to Etsy, and there you go. 1,600. We got 3,000, 2,900. Here you go. 35,000. The prices are everywhere. 35,000. Another one. It's just crazy. It is insane. And this is really what you know, the owner of the LCS that I work at told me ever since the internet and Etsy and eBay, they've just been getting these calls. And people don't stop calling about these. It's a daily thing. Let's check out some steel pennies. Now, steel pennies, you could possibly have something valuable if they are graded. If it's got to be a really high grade, and not processed. The problem with the steel pennies is that a lot of them are processed and basically polished or cleaned or redone. So they put another coating on their the pennies. So this is an actual error. Now that's different. So an error would be worth something. I'm sure somebody would want this, and I don't know if it's worth 90,000, but it, you know, there's value there. This is another one that's an error stuck on an overweight planchet. This one was struck on a dime. So, I mean, that stuff is legitimately, it could be valuable because there is not a whole lot of those. And then here we have some high grade. So you got an MS68, which is a pretty high grade, and it's cacked. So that's another certification that this penny went through, which it doesn't even show the penny in the slab or anything, or that it's cacked. But you just got to be careful. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys are not looking to buy these these coins, but this is more for the people that found them in their change and think they've struck it rich, and then you have like this. I mean, look at the condition of this thing. There's no way. I mean, we have buckets full of steel pennies, much higher grade than this. 1943Ds, we probably got, who knows, maybe 1,000 of those in the shop, and way better condition. And if we were to sell them, we'd sell them for like $1. So it's just wild, guys. There is no steel penny unless it's high grade. You send it in to get graded, and even then, I recommend getting a red book and checking all your coins in the red book. It gives you a good idea. And of course, there's a link in the description to buy one on Amazon if you want, and I highly suggest it. But your coins, like these steel pennies, are not worth anything more than face. We would buy them at $0.50 each at the shop, regardless of the grade. So just not a whole lot of money there. Then we got Kennedy Halves. So Kennedy Halves, there's a lot of misconception here too. So 1964 was the only 90% silver Kennedy half dollar. Then you have from 66 to 70, 1970, you have 40% Kennedy halves. And those are worth about $2 each, regardless of their grade. And pretty much there's no rare 1964. Even with the accent and hair and all that stuff, it's not a real thing. And these people come up with these, figmented errors. Like the accent and hair is not a real thing. We don't check for that. We don't even look. If there was something worth that much, we would definitely look for it. It's just not a real error. So people come up with these errors and these different varieties that are just not real. So just out of curiosity, let's just see. This person has 6 feedback score. So that should tell you. Let's see this one here. This one actually has a lot of feedback score. PF 68 DCAM. I don't know. Just doesn't, $14,000. I don't see it. I just don't. It's not a real thing. So, pretty much in your Kennedy half dollars, there's no errors, unless it's a very significant one where they stamped it wrong. It's on the wrong planchet, double stamped. But, even with that, you got to really look. It's got to be a pretty obvious double stamp, double die. Other than that, you bring them to the shop. Most shops at that. 1964 Kennedys, you're going to get a flat rate price. Doesn't matter what they look like, unless they're ultra uncirculated. You might get a few more dollars. And then the 40%ers, you're going to get around $2-3 per 40% Kennedy, regardless of the grade. Even if they're uncirculated, at that point, 40% silver, you're getting a flat rate, even on those. Then you got different proofs and stuff like this. But guys, these are not legitimate numbers. And once again, refer to your red book and check all your coins, all of them. And then finally, the craziest one we get at the shop is the 1943 copper penny. Now, if you think that you have this 1943 copper penny, let me put it in perspective here. There's only 40 in existence that are known to be out there, and they are all accounted for. The chances of you finding another one are almost zero. Almost zero. Unless somebody loses it, and at that point, it would be all over the news. All the coin blogs there is, that they lost this 1943 penny, copper penny. It is probably one of the most sought after numismatic coins out there, is the 1943 copper penny. So the chances of you actually having one are slim to none. And this is what happens. This is why we get so many calls at the shop. This, as you can see, is a 1943 steel penny coated in copper. And this is what they do. They make counterfeits. And there's a lot of them. And someone that just doesn't know is going to think that they have the 1943 copper penny. But, simple test. Put it up to a magnet. That is it. If it sticks to that magnet, it is not real. Steel is magnetic. Copper is not. So anyways, that is pretty much it. But this is an example right here, the one I have, of somebody trying to fake a 1943 copper penny. And the copper is coming off. Right there. We get a bunch. Even when I'm counting steel pennies at the shop, I see probably 6 or 7 at a time when we're counting them, running it through the machine. So it's very common to get a 1943 penny that looks like the copper penny. So it's pretty crazy. But, I mean, that penny is probably worth, who knows, probably $50,000. So a little thin layer of copper on a steel penny that's common. I could buy a steel 1943 steel penny for $1 on here and then coat it in copper and try and sell it for what it's actually supposed to go for if it was the actual copper 1943 copper penny. So that's pretty much it. Buffalo nickels is definitely on the top of the list as well. We get a lot of calls on those, and once again, the grade matters big time with the Buffalo nickels. It needs to be pristine, and there is some key dates. Once again, refer to the red book to get an idea which ones are the key dates, and that'll help you out a lot. But the bottom line, don't believe everything you see online. And if you got a really beat up coin that is semi-modern, that is not, you know, pre-1900s, then you most likely have something that's really not worth that much. You just have to do your research. You got to make sure if it's silver, if it's not silver, obviously if it's gold, if it's not gold. And that red book will help you big time for anything else that is not with silver content or gold content. That book has every type of coin, American coin you could think of that may be worth some money. And if it's in bad condition, then that's another thing. It's most likely just not worth it. Especially if you see a lot of them online, that should be another sign. And you know, if you see the prices are all over the place, that's another indicator that something's up. And pay attention to the grades of the coins you're looking at. If you see one that's really beat up and it's exactly the same year and mint mark and it's not an error supposedly, then you know there's no reason why one would be worth 20,000 and the other would be worth only 1,000. It does not make any sense. So keep that in mind. Be smart. The chances of finding a really ultra rare coin in your change, it's very slim. And that's just me being honest with you. If they were left over to you from your grandparents or, you know, passed down from generation to generation, you might have something then. But definitely don't believe everything you see online, guys. So anyways, I just wanted to do this video, clear up a little bit of the misconceptions that are out there. These are definitely the most popular ones we get, along with the Eisenhower dollars. Those are another one, but that's another video, I guess. So anyways, guys, thanks for checking out the video. If you have any questions, you can always email me. Write in the comments. I'm sure the community will help too. So, and we'll definitely try and help you out if you think you might have something worth some money. So anyways, guys, thanks for checking out the video, and I will talk to you guys later.